What happens when two major musical talents collide in a way nobody expects? The Kelly Clarkson show is usually bright and friendly, but this episode shifted so sharply that everyone in the room froze. Adam Lambert, the powerful singer who rose to fame on American Idol and later became Queen's lead vocalist, joined Kelly for what should have been an easy, cheerful conversation about his latest work. Instead, the exchange grew tense bit by bit until it hit a breaking point, and Adam ended up leaving the set in the middle of the interview. At first, Kelly greeted him with excitement, smiling as the audience cheered loudly. Everything seemed smooth as they joked about their Idol days and talked about Adam's next tour. But then Kelly asked a question that changed the energy instantly. She leaned in and said, "Adam, you've been singing with Queen for more than 10 years and doing an amazing job honoring Freddie's legacy, but some people say maybe it's time to step back and let the band's history rest. What do you say to that?" Adam's smile faded a little. He answered calmly, saying critics didn't really understand what Brian and Roger wanted when they asked him to join them. He made it clear he wasn't trying to replace Freddie. But Kelly didn't pull back. She asked if he ever felt like he would always be compared to Freddie, no matter how well he performed. Adam's jaw tightened, and he said he didn't see it as a shadow but as a spotlight Freddie created. Then Kelly pushed again, wondering if Adam wished more people knew him for his own music, rather than mostly as Queen's frontman. The audience went silent, sensing the shift. Adam replied that he was proud of everything he had done, both solo and with Queen. But Kelly kept going, pointing out that his solo career didn't reach the level many expected after Idol and asking if it bothered him to spend years touring with songs he didn't originally record. Adam's expression hardened as he said she was twisting his career into something disappointing. He said he didn't measure success by someone else's standards. Kelly laughed, but it didn't sound like her usual warm laugh. She said she was simply asking what viewers wanted to know. Adam told her the questions felt like hidden jabs. Kelly crossed her arms and insisted she'd been respectful. Adam disagreed, going through the questions she had asked about Freddie's shadow, stepping back from Queen and his solo work. Kelly fired back that maybe he was reacting strongly because he knew some of what she said was true. Adam looked hurt and frustrated. He said she was assuming things about him and pushing her own ideas of success onto him. Kelly raised her voice, saying she had nothing to be insecure about. Adam suggested she cared too much about how things were supposed to turn out. The tension thickened. When Kelly suddenly stood up, the whole room jumped. She said she wanted a real conversation, not a boring promo talk. Adam stood too and said there was a difference between real talk and hostility. Kelly said she wasn't being hostile. Adam said she often used directness as a way to say hurtful things. Their voices rose as they argued across the table. Adam listed every comment she had made earlier and showed how each one felt like a dig. Kelly went red as she tried to defend herself. Then she said something that cut deeply. She admitted part of her felt he had settled, that he could have reshaped music as a solo artist but instead kept performing classic Queen songs people already loved. Adam looked stunned. He repeated her words slowly, like he couldn't believe she said them. Kelly tried to soften her tone, but the damage was done. Adam told her she had reduced his work to something small. He said she ignored everything he achieved around the world and how proud he was to help keep Queen's music alive for new listeners. Kelly's eyes filled with tears. She said she never meant to tear him down and she respected how hard he worked. Adam didn't think she understood that. He said she kept comparing what he had done to what she imagined he should have done. Kelly said she had only wanted a deeper conversation, but Adam said she was trying to prove something to herself by attacking his choices. She cried more, telling him she respected him and wished she hadn't pushed so far. She admitted that maybe she projected her own feelings about the industry onto him and that she was chasing a dramatic moment for the show. Adam said shows like hers often pushed guests too far in search of moments. They stood quietly for a while. The audience didn't move, and producers whispered nervously through headsets. Finally, Adam said he needed to leave before either of them said anything they couldn't take back. Kelly apologized again, tears falling steadily. Adam's tone softened, and he said he was sorry too for some of the comments he made. He said both of them were trying to survive a difficult industry in their own ways. Kelly agreed, saying she should have respected his choices instead of judging them. Adam picked up his phone and said maybe they could talk later when things calmed down. Kelly nodded quietly. Adam walked toward the edge of the stage. Before stepping behind the curtain, he paused and looked back at Kelly. He said he hoped she found the answers she seemed to be searching for, whatever was making her question everyone's decisions, including her own. Then he left, and Kelly stood alone on the set, wiping her face as the weight of the moment settled on the room. A simple interview had turned into something unexpectedly raw and emotional. Now everyone is wondering what really sparked the clash. Was Kelly pushing too far because of her own frustrations, or was she honestly trying to go deeper? And was Adam right to walk out, or should he have stayed and talked it out on camera? Share your thoughts below.